As a first step, I loosen the screws at the bottom. You don't need to fully unscrew and remove them, but merely create some clearance between your handrail and the holder. You can see that there's now some space which we'll need later. Next, you can take some painter's tape and roll a piece of tape inwards so that the sticky side is on the outside. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to my channel for more helpful videos so you can save money on an expensive painter. Now the entire outer surface is sticky. Then you can fold the outer edges inwards and fold it in half. Press it firmly together and you'll notice that it creates a gap in thickness. We'll place this piece of tape between the handrail and the holder. I deliberately use some tape so that it stays securely attached to the holder. If you were to use a piece of wood, it might fall out. Now, slide it underneath. You can now push the handrail slightly upwards and insert that piece of tape in between. If it's a bit challenging, you might consider loosening the screws a bit more to get more clearance. Try to position it in the middle so it fits inside the holder. Once it's underneath, it will stay in place, and you can then tighten the screws a little. You don't need to apply full force to the screws, as long as the handrail is securely attached and there's enough space between. The advantage of this method is that you don't need to tape off the holders, which is much more work. And once your handrail is painted, you don't have to look for another place to put it in your room. It can remain in place. When we start painting, begin from the back and let the paint run as much as possible towards the top so that you can do the final section from the top. As you can see with me, I move the brush upwards. I'll do a section now, and I'll show you later how to paint around the holders. Make sure you bend down sufficiently so you have a good view of that backside. Do you like these videos? Give me a thumbs up, it means a lot to me. Once the backside is done, you can use the large brush to paint the bottom. An important tip for the edge is not to pull the brush towards you, but instead towards the wall. If you pull it towards you and it catches on the edge at the end, you'll get drips. After finishing that part, stand up for a moment, and you can complete the backside with your brush. From this side, you can see exactly where you left off, and from there, you can continue. Once you've completed that section, use the large brush to finish the rest. Spread the paint evenly, and finally, make long strokes to prevent drips as much as possible. I'll now show you how to paint around the holders. For this, I'll use my brush again, and I'll press the bristles of the brush precisely into that space. You can apply the paint up to the tape. This way you won't dirty the holders. For the backside, you'll need to crouch down a bit more, but it's not a problem if no paint gets on the taped part. You'll never see that. Change your position so you can reach all sides effectively, and that's how you can paint around the holders. Once you're done with that, you can continue with the rest as I've shown you before. You will need to bend occasionally, but this way you won't have to set the handrail aside, allowing it to dry beautifully. When it comes to painting baseboards, it also entails a fair amount of bending. In the video that will appear in the middle, I will teach you a quick technique for painting baseboards, ensuring a flawless finish with no unwanted paint drips. I would appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up as a gesture of appreciation, and don't forget to follow me. I look forward to meeting you in the upcoming episode about painting baseboards.